Hello, welcome to the Aldeburgh Documentary Festival. This is our 20th anniversary, and in celebration of this milestone we had pushed the boat out and present events right through to Sunday evenings.
But it was the first time that we'd ever had the idea of showing documentaries, which didn't happen anywhere else in this area, because in 1995 when we started, there were very few festivals in the country. It's something that has grown.
The advantage of making very small films, artisanal films, is that you really get to do everything yourself. And so that really becomes an extension of the original gesture.
It adds to the year-round program that we do here at the cinema, I believe. Documentary is something that isn't shown everywhere in every single cinema.
What makes this unique is obviously it's a very small town, but that they have such a good program, and it's quite a small program. It means that it's not necessarily diluted. You know, I go to quite a few film festivals where it's not only documentary, or documentary is just a very small part of a larger festival. So for documentary to be centre stage, I think is really great.
Well, I thought it was absolutely terrific, and even though I knew Roger's work, I didn't realise he'd done so much. So I thought it was fantastic. It couldn't be better.
Z-Cars and that Starsky and Hutch and the Bill was modelled on our series. Now there was a movement towards more realistic and naturalistic drama.
I genuinely think that every single film and session that we do is really, really good and interesting in its own right. What I'm looking forward to most is seeing the audience's response to the film that we made about our retired chief projectionist Neville Parry.
I think it's if you're outside London, it's, you know, everything happens in London or the big cities. Having something like this on more of an outpost, you know, in sort of sleepy Suffolk, dare I say it, and they bring some fantastic names and speakers down here. It's only a good thing, isn't it? Sort of spreading the word, basically.
Some really big names have come here, and I think that's a real privilege for people, and probably for them too, to be able to perform at a small enough stage that you actually can get to talk to some of your public, people who watch the films you perform. I mean, I'm thinking particularly Attenborough. That was really a privilege for people.
But actually, really, it's a film about much more than that, not least about a man who's one of the more remarkable men of the last 100 years. And it's sort of a beautiful mix of amazing sporting footage with incredible news archive and wonderful music, because actually there was a huge concert that took place at the same time. They filmed beautifully on 35mm.
I think people should come next year because it's you learn so much, but you also, not many people our age go to these sort of film festivals and stuff like this, so it's really interesting to see, you know, lots of different people talk about these sort of issues and films, and yeah, no, I think it's a really good experience for people our age and other people.
I think you should just take the opportunity as it comes as well, because I heard of it and I thought documentary filmmaking I wasn't too interested in myself, but then coming here today it's just put a different light on it. It's really cool.
You know what, documentaries, and especially cutting edge documentary filmmaking, wipes the floor, in my view, with feature filmmaking in this day and age.
So a festival dedicated to documentary immediately appealed to me. And it's fun. It's like, A, for me, it's like giving something back. And B, it's like putting together a really good party where you put the right people together so that everybody has a good time. And because of the scale of Aldeburgh, all of the filmmakers get to meet the other filmmakers, they get to talk to members of the audience, and they enjoy at the same time having a pleasant weekend by the seaside in a very pretty bit of the country. So what's not to like?
It's not really that surprising that I should be surmising it is love on the horizon. Go dead! It's not really that surprising that I should be surmising it is love.